this is Rogue Visionary here, and I have a profile for you guys, and it's UA, Ultra Athlete. So I'm just gonna go through. I'm gonna start off with the monsters first. Here we go. I run 3 UA midfielder. He's the main guy that you need to use to summon the other guys. His effect is basically you choose another UA monster, you bounce it, and then you special summon another UA from your hand. So he's good and put in additional damage when you're trying to go for game. Then I run 3 UA Perfect Ace. He's basically the guy that negates anything during your opponent's turn, only during your opponent's turn. So you discard a card. Then I run 2 UA Mighty Sluggers. He's basically Armades, if you guys know what that is. When he attacks, your opponent cannot activate anything until the end of the damage step. And yeah, he's really good. And then I run 2 UA Blockbacker. He's basically like the new card that just came out, lose 1 turn. So whenever your opponent special summons a monster, you switch its battle position, and then its effect is negated. So he's pretty good against decks that spam special summons. 2 UA Goalkeepers. He's basically a once per turn anti-destruction. So if your opponent plays something like Dark Hole, you choose a UA monster you control, even himself, and then for that turn he's not destroyed by card effect or by battle. And then part of the new support, I'm putting in 1 Dreadnought Dunker. He's really great for just putting in Pierce in. He can pierce, and then when he does battle damage, I select 1 card on the field and destroy it. And then 1 Rival Rebounder. So he's like a monster reborn for the deck. So when he's special summoned during your opponent's turn, you can special summon a UA from your graveyard or your hand, and when you normal summon during your turn, basically the same thing. That's for the monsters. Now to the spells. This is what makes the deck run. Every time you normal summon a UA monster, you can search any UA monster to your hand. And then when you special summon a UA monster, all your monsters gain 500 attack. So, yeah. It's a Rhoda every turn. And then to search that, I have 2 Terraformings. And then this card is really great. So basically you equip it to any UA monster, it gains 1000. When it does battle damage, you can attack again, but your opponent takes double the damage. So you equip this to, you equip it to Mighty Slugger, it becomes 33. You attack with it, they can't do anything, and then you can attack again. And then another new card that came out in the most recent set, UA's Sign and Deal. And this card is basically like a hero lives. So you activate it, you special summon any UA monster from your deck, and then its effect is negated, and you lose 300 times its level. But that doesn't matter because you could just bounce it, special summon a UA monster, and then resummon it again from your hand. And then I run 2 UA Turnover Tactics. This card, it helps get rid of like extra deck monsters like Exceeds and Synchros and stuff like that. So you return 2 UA monsters you control to your deck, special summon 2, and then you do the same thing to your opponent, except if it's an extra deck monster, it doesn't come back. And then since almost all my monsters are level 5 or higher, this helps me summon them. I can get rid of my opponent's monster and then just summon my monster. And then I'm running 2 reinforcements of the army. I used to run 3, but with Sign and Deal, I kind of dropped one to like sort of keep it consistent and not have a dead card. And then triple MST because back row is pesky back row. And then this is just for kind of anti-meta, because most of the time I'm bouncing my monsters and they don't really go to the graveyard that often. Another new card, trap card that they got, UA Penalty Box. This card is really great because you can have it on the field, you activate it, and then your opponent, if they attack your UA monster, you banish it until their next standby phase 2 turns later. And then if it's in your graveyard, you can banish it and add any UA spell card to your hand. So it's a great combo to have it in your hand with, let's see, Perfect Ace, since you can discard it to activate its effect and negate your opponent's card effect, and then you can banish it to search a UA spell card. And then, last of the traps, Macrocosmos and Royal Decree. And then there's a few more things I want to talk about, just 2 cards. I was thinking of using this to just keep my, combos going a little bit, and this card. This is kind of a new card that came out in World Superstars. It's like Cyber Dragon, and then if I inflict battle damage, I can add any Heroic Challenger from my deck to my hand. So it's pretty good. It's a good tribute fodder. Alright guys, thank you. That's my UA deck profile. Comment, rate, and subscribe.